ice. It's a north-south game.
Randy calls him a no-maintenance player.
And it is important, too, as a newcomer to be a personality that'll mesh well with the players, and that's never been a problem for him.
Here's Carter Ashton headed for the net, takes the shot, Price the save. Orr was there after the rebound, and Colton Orr is grabbed onto by PK Subban, who holds on for dear life. A 2-on-1 with Carter Ashton and Colton Orr, two players who barely got onto the ice in the second period. And now Ashton's dropped his gloves. Brandon Prust wanted in there, but Jared Tinordi was there first.
Another youngster just making himself known as Tinordi.
I wonder sitting at home what Mark Tinordi and Brent Ashton think about this. Two kids of longtime NHL players in a scrap in Montreal.
And Ashton took that one and got up. That was a direct shot, and Parros and Orr now going at it in front. Orr was going back at PK Subban.
Wow.
Oh, Parros is out. He is out cold.
Oh my goodness.
He hit
Went
his
down
face
hard
on the ice, and he is out cold.
The second bout of the game for George Parros and Colton Orr. These two in the National Hockey League. Colton Orr has fought 124 times, George Parros 160 times. And in one of their fights a few years ago, you may remember that it was Colton Orr who went down hard and hit his head on the ice, and we thought his career might be over after that scrap against George Parros.
And here's an example of, everybody gets involved and likes the action of a fight, but this place is deathly silent in watching this.
Hardest thing you can hit someone with is the ice. And that's the reason that players this year, there's a penalty for taking your helmet off. That's one good way to have real damage done to you if you bang your head on the ice.
And he should not be getting up right now. You could see he wants to get up, and doctor's trying to keep him down. He just went right over the top of Orr, and without anything to stop his momentum, his face was what hit first.
Because he was hanging on, trying to engage in the scrap. And now wisely they're bringing a stretcher onto the ice. A gurney will take George Parros off here. But what a tough opening night for the Montreal Canadiens. They're behind in the game. Max Pacioretty's already been hurt. And now this with George Parros having to be helped off the ice. And so an early season, first game in the Atlantic Division, has the division living up to its billing.
And the impact of this as Bergevin looked on. I mean, this isn't a short-term thing. When you're out like that, you're at least a week or so for Parros. And it's one that obviously you have great concern going forward as he hit himself very heavily on the ice.
Well, it's a tough play. I mean, here he's brought in to do exactly this, and that is stand up for your teammates. He does a good job. It's the second tilt of the night. Takes advantage of the fight, but he's got his hands tied up, and as he's heading over, he has no way to protect himself from head first, chin down on the ice.
And you could see he had his eyes closed there, too. Even in the bout, he thought that Orr was there to hit, and Orr had slipped and fallen down. Scary thoughts.
Orr's response was scared as well. He gets up right away and signals for the doctor to come out.